Hi, today we're going to be working on day 7 and 8, talking about just day 7. You can find that's on page 22 in your packet. If you flip to the back side, page 23, you'll see some tens frames. We're going to go over how to use those today. So it says in the directions to use red and blue crayons. If you don't have them, you can use any color. So I have my red and blue markers here. It tells us to start off by coloring in some of my squares red and then coloring in the rest blue. So I think that on my first graph, I'm going to choose to color in 3 of my squares red. So I'm going to color in 1, 2, 3 of them red. That means the rest of them are going to have to be blue. So I'm going to color 1, 2, the rest of them all blue. And then at the end, my chart looks just like this. On the bottom, I'm recording how many red and blue squares I have. So count the red squares with me. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 red squares, so I'm going to write 3 on the line by where it talks about the red squares or red cubes. Now I need to figure out how many blue squares I have. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 blue squares. So I'm going to put a 7 next to where it talks about the blue squares or blue cubes. Now the last part I'm going to do is I'm going to write a number sentence that matches what I did. So I know I started with 1, 2, 3 red squares, so I'm going to write a 3 on my paper. Plus, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue squares. So I'm going to write a 7 on my paper, and that gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squares all together. So I can write a number 10 in my number sentence. So I would read my number sentence like 3 red squares plus 7 blue squares equals 10 squares all together. In just a moment, you're going to finish the last 2 columns on your own. On the back of your paper, we see different boxes of shapes. My directions tell me that each box has 2 different kinds of images. Count each set of images and write how many there are of each to make 10. So I see that in this first box right here, I see some circles. Some of them have strawberries in them and some of them have apples in them. I see that there are 2 circles with strawberries. Touch your 2 circles with strawberries. I'm going to write a 2 in the first box because I see 2 circles with strawberries. Now I need to figure out how many apples there are. Count with me while I figure out how many apples there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 apples in that box. So on the next line, I'm going to write a number 8. So now my number sentence shows me that I have 2 strawberries plus 8 apples equals 10 pieces of fruit all together. Your job is to make sure that you are finishing the rest of this page and the last 2 columns on this page. Good luck, friends!